So the idea came about while I was having a curry and a couple of beers with a mate of mine, Chris Herring. And yeah, we were just talking about a new project that I'm working on, building a 2015 version of the 350 LC. And he said, oh, wouldn't it be great if we could get a few of those on a grid like the Pro-Am days? Wouldn't it be great if we could actually get a load of Pro-Am bikes? Yeah, and of course, usually in the morning, you wake up and you think, yeah, that's a terrible idea. What were we thinking about? But he was straight on the phone to me the next morning. Can you find them bikes? And that was it. That's where it went.
The LC is just an incredible motorcycle. When it was launched, I think it was way ahead of its time. Everybody wanted one. There was over 30,000 sold in the UK. And of course it was given a one-make series to promote it, so it got into everyone's front room on a Saturday afternoon on ITV World of Sport. It's just an amazing motorcycle. Darryl at IDP has taken on a massive project preparing 30 bikes. I didn't think there was 30 bikes out there. The guys have been all over Europe sourcing these bikes and bringing them back to the UK. They're all in various states of disrepair, but they're going to be built back to brand new spec and ready to race.
Our workshop at the moment looks like a bomb has gone off in it. It's ridiculous. We cannot move in there. Reception is full, the office is full. We've even got we had frames, not now they've all been built now, but we've had frames just outside the toilet, in the hallway, under the stairs. I mean, we had most of the bikes all in one go, and we stripped those down first of all, and they're all outside, of course, with boxes and boxes, shed loads of stuff. A lot of journalists, when we were here on the media day, thought that we were just going to buy some old LCs, just give them a coat of paint, slap some stickers on them, and that's it. But we stripped them down to the last nut and bolt, and or pretty much every nut and bolt that was drab olive green, we've done again in drab olive green. Everything that was bright yellow zinc, we've done in bright yellow zinc. So we've gone that extra mile as far as the detail's concerned, and the hope that when they're all parked up over at the wing there, and we kind of pull the doors up or pull the cover off, people will think that they are 30 brand new LCs. Obviously we couldn't do the project by myself, so essentially in my workshop there is myself and my apprentice Craig. He's my right-hand man and he's been absolutely brilliant. I've pretty much put him in charge of this project and he's been fantastic, absolutely. I couldn't have done this without him, but aside from Craig, but the team behind getting these bikes stripped and includes my dad, who's been running backwards and forwards, to Reddit shop blasters who have been fantastic in getting these things blasted, and for a lot of the stuff we needed to have machines, spacers and stuff that either wasn't available or we needed it in a rush. And we've only been able to do that because we've used the guys next door, the tutors like James and Herb and what have you, have been machining spacers for us and brackets and fabricating this and so on and so forth. So they've been absolutely brilliant. The question I get asked umpteen times a day is, so how many have you built down there? So how many have you built down there? And it's constant, it's constant. It's tight, it really, really is tight. We've got less than a week to go now for practice and qualifying, and a week ago we still only had 2 bikes that were finished, completely finished. So within a week and a half we've got to build 28 bikes basically, or that's what we had to do. Now we're pretty much there with them. We're going to be using every single hour right up until practice and qualifying on Friday basically. We've had no sleep at all. In fact, I had no sleep last night whatsoever, and about 3 to 4 hours for the last week pretty much.
Good morning.
How you doing? All right?
Yeah, a lovely day for it.
So we're here today at Silverstone at Stowe Circuit, a bit of a shakedown test really. We're going to try and rattle through as close to 20 as we can today with Niall, Mackenzie and Taz Mackenzie as test riders, and just so we can get a feel for every bike, how it feels. We've renewed everything. We've replaced everything that we possibly can on the bike. Everything that was available. We've had the cranks rebuilt. We've put new pistons in. We've had rebores. We've had, you know, new cables, new seals, new bearings. Pretty much everything you could possibly do. You know, we've done that. You know, we've replaced, but there are some items you can't replace. Carburetors you can't replace. You can replace all the internals. What internals are available, and a lot of the internals aren't available as genuine parts now, so you have to get patent parts, and they're not so good. But the carbs are 35 years old. You know, they've had a lot of use. Some of those bikes that came to us have done 94, 95,000 kilometres. I mean, these aren't, you know, bikes that have been stored, you know, in a lovely warm heated garage for the last 35 years. These have been thrashed and ragged and stripped and rebuilt and so on and so forth. So it's been a challenge, and I think really that's the bit that's going to take these last few days. That's the bit that's going to take a bit of time. Just getting them all set up so that they're all identical or as near as standard.
The original Pro-Am series was massive for me, very iconic one-make series in the early 80s. Pretty much set me up for everything I did in my career. It was an amazing opportunity. It was basically 24 young riders given free bikes to race with really good prize money, and it was incredible. It was on TV. As I said, it was free, and it gave us an amazing shop window, and yeah, I've been grateful ever since. There'll be lots of elbow bashing in 2015 like there was in 1983, so the guys, I'm sure, will still be competitive. They'll still want to win. I'm not sure they've still got racing skills that were sharp as they had back then, but everyone's going to sit there with the same intention, and we'll just set off on race day, see what happens. Some of them haven't ridden bikes for 20 years, far less race, so it's going to be interesting, but they all stuck their hands up, they're all coming along, and they're all going to give it their best, so it should be pretty chaotic. And there's a few words spring to mind. One of them is carnage, but hopefully there won't be too much damage.
Does it?